All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys what 260 plus terabyte looks like right now, at least for the poor investor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows of drives that are mounted on here. They're paired up. You can actually see it. It's a little dim right now, but this CPU is actually running a Ryzen 7 1800X. I actually have 32 gigs of RAM on this. So this power supply is a super power 750 watt power supply. I have like 1, 2, 3 SATA expansion. One of them is a larger one, but what, a 16 port one, right? So they're all connected right now. All these drives are running. I actually have one drive that's connected externally, which is an 18 terabyte. That is still currently plotting. I just started utilizing some of the older drives, and I will be showing you the super micro. So this is all exposed. You can feel a little bit of heat coming above it. It is plotting right now, so the heat obviously is coming from the CPU. On average, I get about a plot an hour from this setup. There is a 1 terabyte NVMe that it's plotting to right now, and that's the only one that I use, and I've been using it. Believe it or not, a lot of these drives were plotted off that NVMe, most of it, to be honest. Now on this side of the house, we have the Supermicro 24 base server. I actually took out one of the drives because I'm actually plotting it. I cannot use this to plot. It's just way too slow. A lot of these drives are very mix and matched. We have 8 terabytes, 6 terabytes, 3 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 10 terabyte, 12 terabytes. So they're all over the place. I do not have any uniform of what drives went across. For the most part, I tried to line it up, but eventually I just started taking them out and swapping them around, and it just loses its place. So I drive letters all labeled. Just a quick glimpse of my 6600 XTs, all 8 of them running and mining Ethereum. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. As you can see from the video I showed really quickly, outside the window of mine right here is actually a lot of construction going on. What's more interesting is that they started doing all that when I actually started farming Chia in the very beginning with my first, I think, first 8 terabyte drives or 16 terabyte drives. I forget which ones I bought first, but it was that long ago. So it's been over a year. These guys are still working, and of course we're still working towards this. So what I wanted to show you was just a quick clip of 2 of my setups right now. I have an open rig with all my drives, or at least a section of my drives, and I can show you guys in detail once we log in. I have about, the open rig has about 1,414 plots on those drives, and it's still plotting right now, and I'll show you guys in a little bit. Behind me has been a little more static. I haven't put any more hard drives in there, and it hasn't been plotting. Now the super micro down here doesn't really plot because it just doesn't have the processor for it or the RAM amount to do all that. And of course I cannot fit a NVMe because this motherboard is just really ancient. For farming purposes, it's perfect. This one has about 1,220. Right now what we're looking at is the open rig frame. It's a mixed bag of hard drives. You got 14 terabytes. You can see right here, 16 terabytes, 3 terabytes. What else do we have? 10 terabytes. Oh, is this considered? Actually, this probably is a 12 terabyte. I hate the fact that it's just not true numbers when they sell it on the box compared to what you actually get. I mean, it's almost like, you know, we're being ripped off. For the most part, like, these are 8 terabytes, like 0.73 terabytes missing from an 8 terabyte, which is pretty sad. The fact that we're paying for so much in storage numbers on the box, but we don't actually get true value, right? It would have been cooler if we actually got more than what we paid for, even like a 0.01 more. That would probably make more sense to me than shortchanging your consumer as opposed to overgiving it just a little bit. And here we have the specs for my farmer, which is a Ryzen 7 1800X, 32 gigs of RAM. Been running Windows 10 since day one when I was farming and starting Chia a year ago since the mainnet. This is currently still plotting, and I just want to give you guys an estimate of how long it actually takes per plot. So right here, this one plot finish, total creation time is 66 minutes. You know, so obviously within the 24 hours, I get around 23, 24 plots. That's how I'm doing it right now. So 18 terabyte that was hanging off on the side of the frame, that's still plotting. I'm actually considering considering getting another 10 terabyte off of eBay just so I could put in another rail opposed to leaving that one hanging. I didn't want to set up another rail on the open rig frame, having to take it off again if I got another drive, opposed to just putting it with one drive. I want to put it 2 drives and then set it, forget it, and I don't have to touch it again. I don't have to take it back off. This is how I did my calculation. Currently, I have, what is it, 2,640, so that comes out to 261.42 terabytes. It says each day I get about 0.0803 XCHs. Looking at my numbers, I do get around that. So if we go to GG Pool right now and I look at my daily payouts, let's just look for, now this was a little odd. This one, the 22nd, I got more than 0.08. So you could, I just add, let's just add the first 2 numbers after decimal. 4, 5, 6, 7.07. Probably a late payout from the 21st, but then it doesn't even look like that. That's interesting. Am I getting more now that I'm probably increased my plot sizes? That's why it's been increasing, but that doesn't make sense either. But if you look at my GG pool, we're getting 0.04, 0.04, and 0.04. Oh no, this is the 24th. For the 22nd, we got 3 payouts. The 21st, we got 3 payouts, which, wow, am I increasing my payouts now? Wait, did the net space drop? Net space 28. Oh, wow. I think it is dropping. All right, so that's my farmer. Let's go over on the, of course, this is my Raptorium. I have 3,000 here, but I'm actually staking about, I think, 6,000. So really quick, this is the Super Micro 24 base server. You can see all the hard drives here. I named them a little more efficiently so you can see 8 terabytes, 3 terabytes. I think a lot of 3 terabytes, 1 18 terabyte here. I'm thinking of taking this 18 terabyte, pairing it with the 18 terabyte that's hanging off and just mount it as one rail. And then it's easier for me to just kind of pop in another drive. I may pick up a SAS drive and throw it in there since they are a little cheaper than the SATA drives. If you're looking at capacity wise, like a 10 terabyte SATA and a 10 terabyte SAS drive, the SAS drives are a hell of a whole lot cheaper. Since I have the capability of actually running a SAS drive, I may just get the SAS drive and throw it in there. That's what I was initially planning on anyway. So let's go here really quick. This is an Exagrid 24, the 16 gigs of RAM. So this is an Intel Core. Oh, it is an i5. It's running a i5 3.3. I don't know what gen that is, but it's not fast at all. I believe I tried plotting, but because I don't have anything that's hooked up to this machine to plot efficiently, meaning I could have used one of these mechanical drives to plot too if I had room on it, right? But it's ridiculously slow. I actually tested that. It took so long that I just kind of gave up on it. I just stopped it because I had to stop it for whatever reason. On that motherboard, there's nowhere to put a NVMe. I could probably plug in a USB, plug in a SATA connection in there. I didn't feel like I needed to since I have the farmer doing that, and the farmer's producing about a plot an hour. So that's a little more efficient in my opinion. I don't need to really do 2 plots an hour. I'm not in a rush right now to really plot much. So this is the Exagrid down here, and we're just going to minimize that really quick. Again, that is all my drives. This is my specs that I have: a Ryzen 7 1800X, 32 gigs of RAM with 1 terabyte NVMe running Windows 10. You can run whatever you want. Linux, you can even run the Windows 11. Now I'm actually using Windows 11 on that I'm recording on right now. I'm not too crazy about it. They changed a lot of the layouts. They're shifting a lot of things. There's a lot more restriction if you don't activate it, meaning, and this is kind of off topic, you can't change your audio stuff if it's not activated. You can only select one source. Like, so if you had, like right now, for example, I have my headphones and I have speakers plugged in. I can't go to the speaker icon and select which one to output the sound to. It defaults to whichever one it chooses, and it says you can't change this unless you activate it. So what I have to do is unplug one of them from the system, then it defaults to the only thing that's available, which is either the speaker or the headphones. All right, guys, that's pretty much my update with Chia. Of course, I always want to keep you guys up to date, up to speed on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, because I'm vested in this, guys. I'm not going anywhere. You can see I have like 260 terabytes of data, plotting, farming. I may not be like the biggest whale, I may not be the smallest guy, but I still have a decent amount. I feel personally vested in this. I would love to see Chia get to the next level. So hopefully that will happen. I'm hearing a lot of talks about IPO coming soon, so we'll see what's going on with that. Whether it happens or not, you know, we're still earning XCHs, and hopefully that one day the prices will reflect on the people who's been in this for the long game. As of right now, the price is around $65. It has still been dropping, which is not a good sign. Coin market cap price for Chia is $66. $6.17. It is what it is. We'll hold off on the long game and see what's going on with that. Maybe later on, another year from now, we'll revisit. Like I said, I'm going to be sticking around to 2024. I think that will be a mark for me to see how we've progressed from that time. It's already been a year and it's been crazy journey with this. All right. Thank you guys. Remember to hit that like button. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.